She won an Oscar, 3 Tonys, 2 Emmys, and in 1953, a Broadway theater put only her name on the marquee, no show title, no co-stars, because her name alone was enough. She's our #1, and you do not want to miss her story. But first, tell me, who were you sitting next to when that Hazel theme song came on? Was it Mom? Grandma? Drop a comment below. I love reading your memories. 10 names, 10 faces, 1 unforgettable show. Let's go. Number 10, Maudie Prickett, Rosie. Rosie, Hazel's best friend, bowling buddy, and biggest rival whenever an eligible bachelor walked through the door. That was Maudie Prickett. Most people have no idea. Maudie appeared in over 300 productions across nearly 4 decades. She was Miss Gordon on the Jack Benny program, the hotel maid Elsie in Hitchcock's North by Northwest, and she turned up in 5 different roles on Bewitched. And here's a gem. Comedian Jonathan Winters named his famous character Maud Granny Frickert, partly as a tribute to her. That's how respected she was. Maudie was 46 when Hazel premiered. She left us in 1976 at 61. But 300 credits, that's a legacy most actors can only dream of. Number 9, Howard Smith. Harvey Griffin. Harvey Griffin, Mr. B's gruff, hot-tempered client who was always one bad deal away from blowing his top. You remember him. Howard Smith's career stretched back 50 years to vaudeville. In 1938, he performed in Orson Welles' legendary War of the Worlds radio broadcast on CBS, the one that made Americans believe Martians had actually landed. And then he created the original role of Charlie in Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman on Broadway in 1949 and reprised it in the '51 film. Howard was 68 when Hazel premiered. He left us in January 1968 at 74, a man whose career truly spanned the entire arc of American entertainment. Number 8, Norma Varden. Harriet Johnson. The prim and proper neighbor lady, Harriet Johnson. Always dignified, always polished. That was Norma Varden, and in real life, she was even more fascinating than on Hazel. Born in London in 1898, Norma was a child prodigy pianist who trained in Paris before switching to acting. She became a staple of the Aldwych Theatre farce company in London's West End throughout the early 1930s. Then Hollywood called, and what a filmography. She was the giddy socialite nearly strangled by Robert Walker in Hitchcock's Strangers on a Train in 1951. She sparkled opposite Marilyn Monroe in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes in '53. And in 1965, the same era as Hazel, she played Frau Schmidt, the Von Trapp housekeeper, in The Sound of Music. Here's the thing, she was originally considered for the role of the Mother Superior in that film, but lost out to Peggy Wood, so she took Frau Schmidt instead and made it unforgettable. Norma never married. She left us in January 1989 at the age of 90, just one day before her 91st birthday. A concert pianist turned actress with a career spanning 5 decades across 2 continents. Now, our next cast member's career started in one of the most unusual places you'll ever hear for an actor. Stay with me on this one. Number 7, Donald Foster. Herbert Johnson. Herbert Johnson, Harriet's lovable, slightly scatterbrained husband. The dotty neighbor who always seemed one step behind. That was Donald Foster. And here's where it gets interesting. Donald's very first acting experience wasn't on a stage or in a studio. It was on a showboat on the Mississippi River. From there, he made his Broadway debut in The Country Cousin in 1917 and kept working all the way through the 1960s, popping up in Perry Mason, The Addams Family, Bewitched, and The Monkees. Donald was 72 when Hazel began. He left us in December 1969 at 80. a man who traveled from a floating stage on the Mississippi all the way to primetime television. From the oldest member of our cast to one of the newest, our next actor joined Hazel for just one season, but brought Broadway credentials that turned heads in Hollywood. Number 6. Ray Fulmer. Steve Baxter. When Hazel moved from NBC to CBS for its 5th and final season, George and Dorothy Baxter were written out, and in walked Steve Baxter, George's younger brother. That was Ray Fulmer. Ray earned his stripes on Broadway first, debuting in Auntie Mame in 1957 alongside the legendary Rosalind Russell. After Hazel, he moved into daytime television, playing Lee Gantry on the soap opera Guiding Light from 1968 to 71. And Ray wasn't one to hold his tongue. After Hazel was canceled, he openly criticized the show's 5th season scripts, but saved nothing but praise for Shirley Booth, saying, and I quote, "What's amazing is how Shirley Booth can make something out of nothing." Ray's final role came in 1992 on the new WKRP in Cincinnati. He left us in February 2013 at 79. Now, Ray's TV wife had a past life that had nothing to do with acting. It started with a crown and a sash. Number 5. Lynn Borden. Barbara Baxter. Barbara Baxter, Steve's wife, Hazel's new Missy in season 5. That was Lynn Borden, born Lynn Marie Fries. Before Hollywood ever knew her name, Lynn was crowned Miss Arizona in 1957 and went on to become a top 10 semi-finalist at the Miss America pageant. Her father, Bill Fries, was the artist behind the beloved newspaper comic strip Our Boarding House, so creativity ran deep in that family. After Hazel, Lynn carved out a niche in cult cinema. She starred in the eco-horror film Frogs in 1972 and showed up in action hits Walking Tall in 73 and Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry in 74. Lynn left us in March 2015 at 77. Seeing Lynn and Ray together again brings back so many memories from that 5th season. Now let me ask you something. How many of you secretly thought Lynn Borden was one of the most beautiful women on 60s television? Don't be shy, confess in the comments. All right, now we're getting to the big names. Our next cast member started acting at 10 years old, in a Disney movie, no less, and went on to win a Golden Globe playing herself. You're going to love this one. Number 4. Jillian. Millie Ballard. She was just 15 years old when she joined Hazel's final season as Millie Ballard, Steve Baxter's receptionist. But Jillian, born Andjura Nosita to Lithuanian immigrant parents, had already been acting for 5 years by then. At just 10 years old, she played Little Bo Peep in Disney's Babes in Toyland in 1961. A year later, she was Dainty June alongside Natalie Wood in Gypsy, and it was Walt Disney himself who gave her the stage name Jillian and told her, "Whatever you do, keep working at your craft." She took that advice to heart. In the 1980s, Anne became a household name as Cassie Cranston on the sitcom It's a Living. In 1988, she starred in The Jillian Story, a TV movie about her own battle with breast cancer, and won the Golden Globe for Best Actress. That film became one of the most highly rated TV movies of the 1987-88 season. Today in 2026, Jillian is 76 years old. She stepped away from Hollywood after her son was born in 1992, choosing motherhood over fame. Her last on-screen role was in a 2000 episode of Walker, Texas Ranger, but she remains a beloved speaker and cancer awareness advocate, living proof that courage and talent can coexist beautifully. We're now entering the top 3, and the next name on our list didn't just act on your television. She helped create one of the most important sitcoms in American history. Plus, a global music icon was named after her. Number 3, Whitney Blake. Dorothy Missy Baxter. Loving, admiring, motherly warmth. Dorothy Baxter, Missy, the elegant, patient wife who somehow kept the peace between her strong-willed husband George and the even more strong-willed Hazel. For 4 seasons, Whitney Blake made that balancing act look effortless. Born Nancy Ann Whitney, she holds a unique place in television history. She appeared in the very first episode of Perry Mason in 1957, playing the defendant Evelyn Bagby, the first client Perry Mason ever defended on screen. But here's what makes Whitney truly remarkable. After Hazel, she reinvented herself behind the camera. Together with her husband, Alan Mannings, she co-created One Day at a Time, the groundbreaking CBS sitcom that ran for 9 seasons, from 1975 to 84, and made stars of Bonnie Franklin and Valerie Bertinelli. The show was inspired by Whitney's own experiences as a single mother raising 3 children, one of whom grew up to be actress Meredith Baxter, of Family Ties. And one more thing that still gives me chills. Singer Whitney Houston was named after Whitney Blake. Her family confirmed it in the 2018 documentary Whitney. Whitney Blake left us in September 2002 at 76. 2 names left. Our number 2 was the man of the house, Mr. B himself, and his story involves Disneyland, the Emmy Awards, and one very famous wedding guest. Number 2, Don DeFore. George Mr. B Baxter. George Baxter, Mr. B, the man who ran a tight ship at the law office but couldn't win a single argument against Hazel at home. For 4 seasons, Don DeFore made every frustrated sigh, every exasperated eye roll, absolutely golden. Born Donald John DeFore in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Don wasn't just an actor, he was a television pioneer. He served as president of the Television Academy from 1954 to 55, and he was instrumental in getting the Emmy Awards broadcast on national television for the very first time on March 7, 1955. He also earned an Emmy nomination himself for playing the friendly neighbor Thorny Thornberry on The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. And here's a fact that will make your jaw drop. Don DeFore was the only person ever allowed to operate a restaurant bearing a real person's name inside Disneyland. It was called Don DeFore's Silver Banjo Barbecue, and it stood in Frontierland from 1957 to 62. Don also has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at 6804 Hollywood Boulevard. He left us in December 1993 at 80. Number 1, Shirley Booth. Hazel Burke. Grand, reverent, the moment everyone's been waiting for. And here she is, the one, the only, the woman who made a maid's uniform feel like a crown. Shirley Booth, born Thelma Marjorie Ford in New York City in 1898. Her father forbade her from using the family name on stage, so she dropped Thelma, dropped Ford, and became Shirley Booth. She left school as a teenager and headed straight for the theater. No backup plan, no safety net, just pure, unstoppable determination. Her Broadway debut came in 1925 in a play called Hell's Bells, and her co-star in that production, a young, unknown actor named Humphrey Bogart. From there, Shirley spent the next 3 decades conquering Broadway. Over 40 plays, 3 Tony Awards, and a reputation so towering that critics called her the Queen of the American Theater. In 1952, she made her film debut opposite Burt Lancaster in Come Back, Little Sheba. Playing the heartbreaking Lola Delaney, she won the Academy Award for Best Actress, becoming the first woman in history to win both a Tony and an Oscar for the same role. Then in 1961, something unexpected happened. This Broadway legend, this Oscar winner, said yes to a television sitcom about a bossy maid. Many in Hollywood thought the role was beneath her. They were wrong. Hazel debuted at #4 in the Nielsen ratings in its very first season. Shirley won back-to-back Emmy Awards in '62 and '63, and she became one of just 24 performers in history to achieve the Triple Crown of acting, an Oscar, an Emmy, and a Tony. She was 63 years old when Hazel first aired. She was 67 when it ended, and she poured every ounce of her craft into that role, even as her health began to decline behind the scenes. After Hazel, Shirley appeared in a televised production of Tennessee Williams' The Glass Menagerie in 1966, earning yet another Emmy nomination. Her final performance was the voice of Mrs. Santa Claus in the animated special The Year Without a Santa Claus in 1974. Then she stepped away from the spotlight, quietly, gracefully, on her own terms. Shirley Booth passed away in October 1992 at her home in North Chatham, Massachusetts, at the age of 94. A private memorial was held. No fanfare, no spectacle. Just like the woman herself, all substance, no show. She didn't need her name in lights. That Broadway marquee proved it. Her name alone was enough. Before we go, we want to take a quiet moment to honor the members of our Hazel family who are no longer with us. Every one of them helped build something beautiful, and every one of them deserves to be remembered. Bobby Buntrock, our little Harold, sport. He was just 9 years old when he first appeared on Hazel in 1961, and he was the only actor besides Shirley Booth to appear in all 5 seasons, all 154 episodes. His neighbors in Whittier, California, convinced his parents to get him into acting. They even hired a photographer and sent his picture to an agent who signed him on the spot. After Hazel, Bobby stepped away from acting, moved to South Dakota, and graduated from high school there in 1970. His final chapter. In April 1974, Bobby's car went off a damaged bridge in Keystone, South Dakota, and plunged into Battle Creek. He was 21 years old. Our little sport, gone far, far too soon. We also carry in our hearts Howard Smith, our gruff Harvey Griffin, who gave us 50 years of extraordinary performances from vaudeville to primetime. He stepped away from us in January 1968 at 74. Donald Foster, our beloved Herbert Johnson, the man whose journey began on a Mississippi showboat. He stepped away from us in December 1969 at 80. Maudie Prickett, our dear Rosie, with her 300 credits in that unforgettable friendship with Hazel. She stepped away from us in April 1976 at 61. Norma Varden, our elegant Harriet Johnson, the London-born pianist who graced everything from Hitchcock to The Sound of Music. She stepped away from us in January 1989 at 90. Shirley Booth, our Hazel, the queen of Broadway who became the queen of our living rooms. She stepped away from us in October 1992 at 94. DeFore, our Mr. B, the man who helped put the Emmy Awards on national television. He stepped away from us in December 1993 at 80. Whitney Blake, our Missy, who went on to co-create One Day at a Time and inspire the name of Whitney Houston, she stepped away from us in September 2002 at 76. Ray Fulmer, our Steve Baxter, who brought Broadway polish to Hazel's final chapter. He stepped away from us in February 2013 at 79. Lynn Borden, our Barbara Baxter, the former Miss Arizona who became a cult cinema favorite. She stepped away from us in March 2015 at 77. That leaves only 2 members of our main Hazel family still with us in 2026, Jillian, 76, and Julia Benjamin, 69. We send them both our love. Time moves so incredibly fast, but these memories, they stay right where we put them, safe, warm, untouched. Which of these transformations surprised you the most today? And if you could go back just for one evening To sit on that old sofa next to someone you loved, while Hazel worked her magic on that glowing screen. What would you give to be there again? Share your stories in the comments below. I read every single one of them. Thank you for watching, and thank you for remembering.